What's up, everybody? Necrophage is back from all the holiday craziness, and I'm here bringing you guys more of a commentary today rather than it being about the video, even though I do handle it in the video, taking out the trash and Hitman. But what I really want to talk to everyone about today is the PlayStation 4 and the path of failure that it seems to be on. Now, I know everybody's going to jump on the, oh, you're a fanboy bandwagon, but I've been a fan of Sony's since 1996 when I first got my PlayStation 1, and I've had a PlayStation ever since. So it's not to bash Microsoft or anything like that, it's just to throw what I think the best possible route for Sony would be in getting PlayStation 4s into people's homes and making their company successful again. Microsoft has all but confirmed that the Xbox 720 will be out for Christmas 2013. The PlayStation 4, on the other hand, has all but rumored their release for an early 2014. In my opinion, that's probably the worst thing Sony could do to the PS4. It's almost taking the PS4 and shooting it in the foot in terms of becoming successful. If Sony really wants the PS4 to become a powerhouse for them, they need to be pushing it into people's faces from day one when the 720 finally gets launched. I'm not talking 3 months from then, I'm not talking a year from then, I'm talking day one, blow for blow. And Microsoft seems to be getting it right in terms of when they should be releasing a new console. It's been about 6 years, and 6 years seems to be about the timetable when console tech becomes outdated. And I'm sure Microsoft has also been sitting on some new tech for a while now, and they're just itching to get it on the market. And it only makes sense from a company standpoint to want to push your product onto the market when it'll be most successful. And that's around the holiday season, when people are willing to spend the most money on new things. And the PS4 needs to be there for that. I have a feeling the console war is pretty much coming to an end, and both Microsoft and Sony have been doing this for so long now that their consoles are pretty much going to be equal in terms of what the capabilities are. So I don't think it's going to come down to IPs. I mean, it might a little bit. I think what it's going to come down to is which console makes it into your home the fastest. And it's no lie that the PS3 wasn't as successful for Sony as they wanted it to be. The PS3 had a really shaky launch, and the high price tag almost made it unbuyable. I mean, $599, even I waited on it. I waited almost a year for it before a price cut happened. I think I finally bought it at $499. It's almost unbuyable. Almost. But the biggest problem that the PS3 had was that it was released a whole year after the 360 was launched. It almost made it impossible for 360 owners to justify buying a PS3. It wasn't until Blu-ray blew up that the PS3 finally had its reason to make it into people's homes. I don't see lightning striking for Sony 2 times in a row. It just doesn't happen that often, and I wouldn't bet on it. So I think for Sony this time around, instead of showing up late to the race, they need to actually be on time if they want to get out of the current predicament their company is in. Their company is pretty much in debt now, and if they want to be successful and to crawl their way out of there, they got to change some things that they did in the past. And I think that all starts with competing day one with the 720. If they don't do that, I have a feeling Sony is pretty much going to end up like Nintendo, at least in terms of consoles, which is pretty much on the back burner. Nobody's really thinking about Nintendo. I mean, the Wii U just launched, and you don't hear a lot about it. I have a feeling that's what's going to happen to Sony and the PS4, or any console they might release after this, if they don't show up to the race on time this time. But who knows, maybe I'm being too critical of Sony. Maybe they have a few aces up their sleeves that none of us know about yet. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Is Sony in trouble? Or will the PS4 be the console to end all consoles? Anyways, hope you guys liked the video, and I'll see you guys soon.